Hi, everybody. I just wanted to take a few moments and pay tribute to my brother David, who recently just passed away a few days ago. He was my twin brother, so I had a very strong emotional bond to him. And I just wanted to talk to you about him a little bit because he meant a lot to me, of course. And he was an excellent musician in his own right. He also, like he did a music degree a number of years ago, and he was a percussionist. So he was an excellent percussionist, an excellent drummer, really fine person, and just a real help to me with my songwriting blog because even though he had a music degree and he actually played professionally, especially many years ago when he first had his degree, he actually eventually went into the computer world. So he had an IT company, and but he always stayed close to the world of music. He liked to write music. He liked to write songs. He liked to play with other, mainly amateur musicians in his church, and that wound up being a big help to me because he would give me ideas for sort of the kind of articles I might write, and he he had a way of understanding how you can describe musical concepts to people who didn't have particular musical training. So often he would give me ideas for the kinds of things I should be writing about on my blog. But he also he would sometimes write me and say, the way you describe that, um, the people who are going to read your blog probably aren't going to understand what you just said there. You should probably reword it. So he was really good at that because he was rubbing shoulders all the time with guitarists, songwriters, but mainly the kind of sort of people who considered themselves students of songwriting. And so he was a big help to me. A lot of the articles that you read on my blog have been sort of either directly or indirectly edited by him, just for clarity. And he just had this insatiable curiosity about music. And in fact, the very first article I ever wrote on that blog, I can't remember what I call it. I've called it "Be Curious" or "It's About Curiosity," and that whole concept came from him. When I was talking to him once about doing auditions, I was listening to students doing auditions for the music program at where I was teaching at university, and he said, if somebody's not curious about music, they just aren't going to go anywhere. And I remember thinking, yeah, that's really what it's all about. Um, so he was the one that kind of gave me that idea that really the most important thing about music, and studying music and learning about it, is your own musical curiosity. So that idea really came from him. But over the years, he would read my blog articles, and then sometimes he would write me and he would say, the way you worded that, most people aren't going to really understand what you mean by that. Maybe people with degrees in music might understand it, but not the typical songwriter. And then it would cause me to go back and sort of look at it again and say, yeah, I think he's right. So he's, just from a practical point of view, he was such a big help to me. But beyond that, he was just a great guy. Had a really wickedly dry sense of humor. Really kind person. Had a wonderful family, his wife and 3 children, and so I'm going to really miss him. And I just wanted to pay this little tribute to him because there's going to be a bit of emptiness without him, and I just wanted to say how important he was to my work on my blog, but also just how important he was to me. And when you have a twin, of course, it's a twin. I have 6 brothers and sisters, and but a twin is a very special bond. And it feels very weird to not have him right there. And so I just wanted to let you know that, and how much I appreciated him.